and welcome back to my channel. So today it is finally happening. I've been putting off this blog retreat for, well, at least a month, but actually probably 2 months because I usually do one at the end of the year to kind of wrap up and see how my year went, plan for the next year, all this kind of stuff. But it's just been very hectic in general, in life, in the world, that I just kept putting it off. I can't remember what I was doing the last time. Oh yeah, there were so many events happening the last time I tried to do it, like so many family outings and friend outings that I'm like, I just need a dedicated weekend, a longer weekend hopefully, to spend some time with my blog, with my goals, my strategy, and develop all this fun stuff for you all, and just for, I don't know, just to feel like I'm accomplishing more every single year and like pushing myself more with the blog. So to give some background, I've been blogging since about 2014, so that's 8 years. Holy cow, it'll be 8 years in April. And at first didn't really know what I was doing. I knew I was using WordPress, I was putting book reviews out there, and just trying to figure out what this whole blogging thing means. I think it can go in so many different directions. There's so many niches of like topics people can cover within blogging. Like I, of course, am doing book and bookish related things. I used a lot of inspiration from Modern Mrs. Darcy or Anne Bogle to get me started, and a few other like phenomenal bloggers and writers and content creators out there. So I started going to like professional development experiences, watching webinars, attending blogging conferences, even some that are book related that sadly aren't around anymore, but the experience I had was fantastic and just opened me up to a whole world of possibilities and into like the industry. And later I was able to get a position currently in the publishing industry, which is very exciting. But I am growing and learning every single year, which is fantastic. So last year, a lot of my goals were like quantity based in terms of like getting a certain number of followers, really digging deeper into my YouTube channel, which I think has been going great. I'm over 100 videos right now on YouTube, which blows my mind as that was something I started at the start of quarantine or lockdown in 2020. Right? Yeah, in the spring of 2020, and I've gotten so much more comfortable in front of the camera, showing my face in live, or well, I did one live video that I'll be planning to figure out what I want to do with the rest of those live videos the rest of this year, doing reels, stories with my face and all of that on Instagram. So yeah, it was a lot of confidence building the last few years, and now I really want to hone in and finesse the brand and really be consistent with what I'm doing across all of my channels. So what that means for me today and over this long weekend, it's President's Day weekend here in the United States. On Monday, I do have off, fortunately, so I am going to be using all 3 days to do certain aspects of my blog and like digging deeper into it. So today it's all about going to a coffee shop and just planning, writing down really like smart goals. I can't remember, is it specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely in terms of maybe the next half of the year, maybe the whole year, I'm not sure. And really thinking about like the planning out of my content calendar. I have been doing such a terrible job keeping up with that. I feel like I'm just going by the skin of my teeth. When I finish a book, I'm like, I gotta write a book review. And then my Instagram posts are all over the place. Consistency wise, YouTube's the only thing that I have going that is every week or like every Monday at most, or at the best I can do. There's some weeks I skip or I post on a different day, but for the most part, like that's been the consistent and constant as it comes to my blog. I have been writing more book reviews this year, which is very cool. Something I've wanted to do anyway, because that's why I started the blog. But now I want to think about writing, not necessarily like literary articles, but more content creation, I guess, not just reviews, but different analysis, different comparisons, like adaptation kind of conversations, interviews, things like that, just to make it a little bit more, not fun. Book reviews are fun, but not just to like see a wall of book reviews, but different types of things on there. So idea generation for blog posts and for my Instagram posts and all of that. So a lot of writing today, a lot of planning. I packed tons of pens, highlighters, and like calligraphy pens, all this fun stuff, notepads, sticky notes, post-it notes, whatever, and my 2 journals. So my reading journal, which is my Reading Life one by Anne Bogle, and then my like personal journal, like the Chiltern one that I have drawn in my own TBR and my calendar and all that kind of stuff to do most of the writing and planning there. So that's mostly today. And then tomorrow, fingers crossed, I'm hoping is a day that I'm doing batch photos. So like I said, Instagram, I've like totally not done a lot with lately. So I want to plan out what photos I want to do and just do a half day, quarter of a day, just taking pictures, filming reels, something just to have like an arsenal basically to pull from for the next few weeks or so. And then start to get in the habit of doing that, of batching photos. So what that means is you have your ideas and you take all of your photos maybe for the week or for the month, whatever it looks like, and you don't necessarily have to edit them right away. You just take all the photos then. Same thing, I guess, with videos too. I've done that a few times where I filmed 2 or 3 videos in a day. That is exhausting because that's a lot of energy talking to a camera, but there's also a lot of energy of setting up photos if that's what you want to do. And I do want to do more, I guess, staged kind of things or just make it look nicer. So that is the plan for tomorrow. And then Monday, I don't know what that plan is. It might be film. I think it's more designed elements. So I do want to do more with my brand, like I mentioned. So I have my logo, but I have other colors I want to start introducing as like secondary, tertiary. I don't know what the other terms are. I want to define what my fonts and like styles are, like that, or like a style guide, I guess. So that I think will be Monday's task. All of which I need to be reading. I don't have the book with me right now. It's already packed in my bag for the blog retreat, but I'm reading Cinderella is Dead by Kalynn Bayron, and that is super fascinating. I love retellings of like fairy tales and things like that, and this is set 200 years after Cinderella, so like Cinderella is dead, and like all these misogynistic, patriarchal or patronizing rules are in place. It's making me so mad. Ugh, I can't wait to do a review for this one, but I'm reading that, and then I'm going to read Passing by Nella Larson, and then Nickel Boys by Colson Whitehead. And then after that, maybe, I think I have the Bridgerton books here that I didn't get to because of the romance reading vlog. But yeah, so all of that's mixed in. It won't be blog retreat the whole time. I do have some fitness things I need to do. I'm getting a car wash today. Like, I never get car washes, so that'll be an experience. I'll try to get some film of that if that's exciting. It will be for me because I like don't even know how it's done anymore. I'm like, is it manual? Do you just drive through? What is it? And then I have, let's see, I have a long run I gotta do tomorrow. I have to run 8 miles to prepare for the London Landmarks half marathon, so that's exciting. We watched Marvelous Mrs. Maisel yesterday. Season 4 just premiered on Amazon Prime, and the first 2 episodes came out last night, and that was exciting. I love that show. It's so funny, so quick-witted, all of that good stuff. Let's see, what else do I have going on this weekend? I'm sure more things will pop up. I'm gonna try some different recipes. Maybe I'll share those with you. It's like this plant-based Whole30 experience that I'm gonna try. Even though I'm not fully plant-based, I like eggs, and I think that's pretty much it when it comes to things that aren't plant-based, but I will be keeping eggs in my diet as a part of the plant-based because I just need, as you witnessed during the giving blood experience a couple weeks ago, I need some more iron and protein and all that kind of stuff. Not that I can't get that from plants, but I feel more comfortable doing it with eggs. So yes, that is the intro. I am going to head to a coffee shop. Oh, I should say, this retreat is just me going to a coffee shop. Maybe in years future when I have more finances dedicated to my blog, I can go to like an actual cabin, Airbnb, something, or bed and breakfast. But right now that experience is saved for my reading retreat, which I already have planned. I have to book the place, I already have the location picked out, I already have the agenda and itinerary set. I just need to reserve the bed and breakfast. So very excited about that. But yeah, that'll be ideal for in the future for a blogging retreat, so I can fully immerse myself in that kind of work. But as of right now, it's just going to be at the coffee shop where I'll get some tea and chill there for a little bit, and then go to the gym, and then tomorrow do a lot more stuff at home. And then Monday, I'm not sure what's open because it is President's Day. I feel like a lot of coffee places will be open, but I'll have to go or ask while I'm there today to see if they're there, or I'll go to a different one. So yeah, that is the intro there. Very long, 10 minutes, but I wanted to give an overview of kind of why I'm doing this, what it's going to look like, and yeah, go from there. So I will talk to you later. We're going to head to the coffee shop. I am back from a lot of different things, but mostly the first leg of the blog retreat from this morning. I went to one of my favorite coffee shops, Hyde Park. You got a little bit of ambiance there, but I keep forgetting whenever I go there. It's really a nice place to like work and everything, but in terms of filming, it's kind of awkward because it's very quiet and like the tables are so close to each other. So I didn't get too much footage there. So my apologies, but I don't know how fun it would be to see me like working, or I have no idea. Maybe it'll look better tomorrow as I'm doing my photo shoots, my batch photos, because you'll see me setting up things and getting all the books and stuff ready and props and everything. So I think that'll be a lot more fun content than watching me sit at a desk, drink coffee, and work on my laptop / my notebooks. But I think I've done that a lot in my vlogs lately. So maybe that's part of it. I feel like I've done it too much, that I need to have some other kind of action B-roll shots. Who knows? I felt so good this morning being able to focus. Like, I was nervous as I was driving up because I don't put as much effort throughout the rest of the year, I guess, when I'm not focusing so much like on this blog retreat. And it kind of scares me that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to do all this work and all this stuff. And then I'm afraid whenever I get down to it and try to work that like I get distracted or just like don't have the motivation, or I don't know, I just am too fearful to take the next step and plan things out. And because that's accountability, that is follow through that I need to do. If I'm writing it down and putting it as my goal, like I either do it or I let myself down, or it's what like the self-sabotage mindset of like, well, if I don't even try, then I can't fail. So that is what I get nervous for every single time. However, this time I think I've made manageable goals or set up manageable tasks for myself. I only planned out the next quarter, so through the end of May / June with my content calendar, and then writing out different ideas for using my content that I've already created, which I always forget that's something I can do, is use blog posts I've written already or pieces of video that I've filmed before and put that out there in the world, because it's evergreen or it can be used in any time for the most part. So that was fun to be able to look back at things I've already written and filmed and know when I can post that again, when it's like a holiday or it just makes sense to post it. So that was good. And then I wrote a shot list up, which was so great. Whenever I am on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, I save things that look interesting to me, of like, oh, I can either recreate that or do something in my own kind of way and like within my brand and all that. So that I'm excited to film and take photos tomorrow. And I also started working on my reading challenge, and I have so many fun ideas. I need to do some research and you'll know why I'm doing this research, but it's going to be a good time. It's going to have a lot more creativity to it and like more moving parts in a way. I don't think it'll be more confusing or anything, but I think it'll just be more fun. So I'm excited to launch that. It won't be until the fall, but I'm glad that I am like getting started now on it. So that was good. What else did I do? I updated my reading journal, which I like hadn't even thought I didn't think about with the A to Z challenge. So I finally wrote that out. So that was funny. And then what else did I do? Oh my God. As I was looking through like my shot list, I was thinking about, there's so many photos I see that I love that have to do with people in their bedspreads or their comforters or just like, oh, nice and cozy. And like, I hate our bedspread and our comforters. And I'm like, oh, whenever we get a new house or whatever, I will get a new one and like just wait until then. But now I'm like, ugh, I really want a new comforter just so I can take pictures, but also like I just want it to look nice and feel cozy. And these we've had for a while, or they're aging, so they're still perfectly fine and keep us warm, but I want something fun. So I was on Target's website, and then my friend suggested going to the antique mall to look at like old quilts. So that might be a possibility, but I don't know. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm investing money, which is fine. I just didn't, that wasn't my plan going into the blog retreat today. I just thought it was hilarious. Anyway, that was good for like 2.5, 3 hours this morning. And then I went to get my car washed. Oh my gosh, I was so nervous about that because I'm like, okay, what do I have to do? I have to put windows up. I have to put car into neutral, hands off the wheel. Blah. And like there was people there guiding me throughout the process, but like the guy has like the ear muffler things on at the start of when you go into like the tunnel to start the car wash. And I think he was yelling, like he does this for everybody, but it's like, all right, put it in neutral. But I like couldn't hear it like clearly, but I assumed that was what it was because I can feel the car moving on its own. So I'm like, oh, I don't need to put it in drive or whatever. So I'm like, this is the moment that I put it in neutral and then just take it away. And yeah, it was fun. I was focused more on like, oh my God, do I put my headlights on? Like, when do I put it in drive? So I didn't get to enjoy the experience, but now I know how it works and I can go back more confident the next time, which will be probably for not another, 6, 7 months if I can help it. It was only $9. It wasn't the most expensive thing in the world for like a basic car wash, but it was kind of funny. Then I went to the gym and now I am back, and weirdly I am craving a salad, which I don't usually crave. I didn't really have too much for breakfast this morning, and it's like 2 o'clock right now, so I would think I would want something heavier, but a salad it is. It has, I might do a video of me making it or something, but it has vegan bacon, kale, avocado, like this lemon Dijon dressing kind of thing, some tomatoes, red onion. I think that's it. So it's really good, but I was like, why am I craving this? This is so weird. So yes, so that's the update after the retreat this morning. I posted about it on Instagram and like felt really reflective and appreciative of that time, of the space, and like thanked Hyde Park, even though like they didn't know I was coming in there to do it, but it was like nice to have that environment to focus. So thank you, Hyde Park, for being there for me, and you didn't even know. I will do a couple reviews after lunch, so I'm going to dig into like more like detailed aspects of my blog just to like keep managing it the way it usually has been, just to be on top of that so I can focus more on the blog retreat the rest of this weekend and not have to think about content that's due in the next week. So I will do that and then hopefully finish Cinderella is Dead and start Passing. So that is the plan. Let's see. I already told you about Mrs. Maisel. Is there anything else I need to watch? I'm trying to think of anything new. I had this random thought today too. I'm like, I really want to reread all the Outlander books. Maybe that's like a 2023 thing. And if you want to join me, feel free. But I just had like the urge to reread them and to also get a tattoo of something Outlander related. So we'll see. I'm going to Scotland in the fall. Summer/fall time this year, hopefully. I just got an email from our travel agent saying like, this is how much you still have to do. So I'm like, oh, it's getting real when I have to put more money behind it. And I'm like, maybe I'll wait until then to be like truly inspired. But now I'm like getting the itch to get another tattoo. And it's been, what was my last tattoo? My last tattoo was my Harry Potter one. And it's like the glasses and it says always on it on my ankle. So I have 4 tattoos. This would potentially be my 5th. It will be my 2nd literary one. Because I have the fleur-de-lis. No, I have, oh my gosh. I have the British crown on my shoulder. I have something personal on my hip. I have my Bible verse here, and then the Harry Potter one. So yeah, I don't know. I have to figure it out. I don't want it to be words. I want it to be like a symbol or an object or something, but we'll have to see. I don't even know where it would go. Ribs is popular, but that sounds super painful. Even after having 4, I'm like, I still don't want to be in pain. So yeah, if you have any ideas of what that could look like, let me know in the comments below. Anyway, I'm gonna crack on, take a shower, and get moving with the rest of my day. I'll talk to you later. Welcome to day 3 of the book blogging retreat. So, a little update here. You haven't seen a lot of like work and like progress kind of videos. I kind of just transitioned from my photo shoot from what I did yesterday, which was super fun. Got a lot of good photos in, did a couple of reels. So that I hope to make a continual thing, not just for the blog retreat, but whenever I have a few hours on the weekend, just have my set list built throughout the week and have ideas kind of coming out and things saved on my Instagram and other things that I've seen online that I'm inspired by, and then create those on those few hours I have over the weekend. So that I think is something that I will not have to wait for every blog retreat to do. I'd hope not, because I can't do a blog retreat every single weekend to prepare the photos for the upcoming week. I think it was just a good way for me to get back into that habit of planning them out and not just hoping that something will come up and that will be the photo for that day or whatever. So anyway, as I was starting my branding kind of exploration and everything, I had a few things saved in terms of designers that I've seen tagged on different accounts that I follow or different websites. At the bottom, it usually shows web design by a certain person or branding by a certain person. So I've been exploring those based off of the designs of Read and Write, so Phoebe Wright's website, and then Fiction Matters. So those sites I absolutely love, but looking at what that would be for pricing, it is expensive. And I thought I could do it, or maybe I should backtrack. I thought I could do this internally, like in-house, whatever, which is just me, but it's looking like it's a lot more than I signed up for, much more than I could do in a day for sure when it comes to branding. And I knew it wasn't going to take a day. I at least thought I'd have some ideas down that I could slowly work on different things for the style guide or like the branding as a whole. But now as I'm looking into these creators or these professionals that is their job, I am wondering if I should go that route where it could be all inclusive and that somebody is focusing on that and kind of seeing in two different ways. One, like that person, I guess, would have more time, or like that's what they're skilled at and they do this so often. And then two is somebody that could see what I'm all about, like unbiased wise, and not be as pigeonholed as I am as it comes to like this is the only thing that I see. Like there's probably some more things to discover that'll help influence the brand than what I'm currently like trying to make out of it, if that makes sense. So looking into these different companies or small businesses, it looks like it is a set cost, which I'll have to save for, I'll want to save for, or at least think about a little bit more when I'd want this to happen so that I can budget it appropriately. And then thinking about, they have like a consultation meeting with their clients or with me, and then there would be like some worksheets or some questionnaires I'd have to answer. There would be an exploration kind of phase where they look at my accounts and everything so far, and then continue down the road until I'm happy with what they've come up with. And it's kind of exciting too, of like, what are they going to share? Like, what is it I'm going to like? And I don't want to be too like strict or like micromanaging ish. Like I don't know what I want. Honestly, I just want it to look more professional and consistent throughout. And then I have some color ideas that I would like to. I think one of the things I'd have to do is create like a Pinterest board or something. So maybe that's even on my own step to come up with like a mood board or something. So anyway, that is why we haven't seen a lot of work. Most of it was just me doing some research and taking some notes, and that's not really exciting to see. So that is why this is a little bit shorter of a day for the retreat. But it's also important since it's something that I found out that I'll need to do moving forward. So I didn't necessarily like waste time trying to do something that I know I would need help on, but it was a good realization to see like I'm going to need some resources that I currently don't have, and folks that are professionals at this that could definitely help me. So that is that. So anyway, that means we've come to the end of my blog retreat and the end of this video. So I hope you liked it. It's a little bit different, seeing like the behind the scenes of the blog and what I do for it. And this is not the extent, like there's still day-to-day things that I do, but this is more bigger picture and getting me on the right track in terms of my goals that I'm setting for myself and seeing where the blog could be in the next year or so. So that I think I've accomplished and got to think a little bit bigger than I usually get to do when I'm just like scrambling throughout the week trying to make content. So yeah, I still think it's a success, even though day 3 was not what I expected at all. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. What we have next is, I think it's the February recap video, and then something else I'm not going to say yet because I don't know if I'm committing to it or not. It'll be that, or I think I want to do a March book like follow along or reading vlog for A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. And then I'll have my April TBR. And then I think I'll be in London, I think, by that point. And we'll have to film a March recap. But yeah, so exciting. So many things coming up. So much warm weather to look forward to and reading outside. But anyway, I hope that you all have a great day. Happy reading. I will talk to you again soon.